back to Suncoast View. The holiday season is also a big visiting and vacation season, and that can mean some planning ahead on what to do with our pets. Mark Shambour from Canine Korral is here to talk about our options for when we go away. And of course, Canine Korral is one of our options. And you had some fun there recently, and you snapped some shots of your dogs who are odd couples.
Odd couples, opposites attract.
Yes, so let's take a look at the stills here. And these are all dogs that spend time at Canine Korral.
Daycare dogs or our own personal. That's Bruno, and that's actually Ava, who is a puppy, a beagle puppy.
Oh.
Big and small, opposites.
And they like each other.
I walked these two dogs down the wedding aisle. Yeah, that's Odie and Lexi.
They tie the knot.
Yeah, well, somebody else did,
Yes.
but they're actually, he works at ABC 7. It was Tim and Megan.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
There's Abby and Noodly. Again, she's giving them some tongue, or her some tongue or something there. It looks like.
An earful for sure.
Yeah, right. She's got something to say. Oh, look at
There's
this
Emma.
one.
This is Spencer. This is actually the dog I have with
Spencer
me.
that you brought with us today.
He's in his cart right now. and
So he can't walk.
He can't walk. He was shot and he's got some rear leg damage, but it doesn't slow him down at all.
It doesn't stop him from making friends, and there he is. We're
love
glad you
you.
brought him today. Well, of course, today we are talking about traveling with our pets. And as we're getting into the holiday season, as we're prepping for vacations and trips, certainly our pets are a big part of the mix. So let's talk about, you brought a little suitcase, which kind of represents some of the things that you could bring for your dog. But we have to keep in mind where our destination is. So hotel policies, I know, can be a little tricky.
They can be very tricky. I get calls almost weekly during season because people haven't planned ahead with their pets or they didn't ask the right questions.
Speaking of the right questions, you brought us kind of a quick list of some things that we should look to when we are trying to book travel with our pets.
Of course,
let's take a look at that list.
You want to make sure that, call ahead and make sure that pets are allowed. Sometimes we just assume that they are and we don't call ahead and we just assume, well, we'll work it out when we get there. Make sure you call ahead, and then of course you want to make sure that is there a size limit, weight limit? Sometimes we just assume my dog's 40 pounds and then they'll get the scale out or something and then you're stuck, and that's of course why we board or do daycare, because you can't have the dog there at that point.
And a lot of times I understand hotels will be more lenient with a smaller dog.
Definitely, yes, because they want the smaller, the more compact and not big and bulky. And people get scared sometimes of the big dogs too, and they can do more damage.
Sure. All right. The next question we should always ask when we're booking.
Okay, I found that almost every hotel had a fee ranging from $75 to $250 just to have your dog there, and I didn't find that any of them were refundable. So this is something you do want to ask ahead of time because you want to make sure you budget for it. Of course, I would pay a fee to have my dog, bring my dog with, but $250 is that's steep.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a cleaning deposit or a security deposit, right? So in some cases you can get it back if your dog doesn't
And I have
damage.
not found that you could get this fee
Yeah,
back.
maybe that was the old days. They've gotten away from
Definitely.
that.
Good question to ask. And then, of course, we should also ask the next question.
Beach access. You know, can your dog go on the beach? If you're renting a beachfront hotel or even a home, are your dogs allowed on the beach? You may assume they are, but that's one of the questions that you do want to ask.
Yeah.
And along those lines, thinking about our destination wherever we're going, even if you find a hotel with a pet policy that will work for you, what should we know about, or questions should we ask about the destination and things to do with our dogs?
Well, you know, a lot of the parks, generally the parks you can walk your dog on leash, but the beaches, in Sarasota, there's only one official dog beach, and that's in Venice, and it's off of Harbor Drive. Some of them are unofficial, like the Causeway and Birdkey Park, where you can have them off leash and it's not enforceable. But a lot of times, you have to remember you could get a ticket if you have your dog off leash at one of them. So that's something you want to ask ahead. Yeah, whether it's here or if it's up at Myrtle Beach or anywhere, you want to ask ahead of time.
So, all right, if we're going to visit family, as we're getting into the holiday time, what is the etiquette rule about bringing pets with us to stay with family and friends?
It happens a lot where you go to an event or you bring your dog there and somebody has allergies.
Yes.
Or you just assume because it's an outdoor event that your dog is allowed to be there, and a lot of times it's not the case.
Yeah.
Do want to ask ahead, and it is proper to say, hey, can I bring Spencer with? He's not much trouble. will he get along with your other dog? Because you don't know if the other dog's going to want your dog to be there if they have a pet themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Young children, make sure that whether it's there or if it's at an event where you can have your dog, if it says dog friendly, welcome, make sure your dog is friendly.
Yeah.
Don't bring a dog that's not trained enough or social enough to be around other dogs and people.
The overall theme seems to be ask ahead, do your research, plan
Definitely.
ahead instead
Yeah.
of winging it.
Yes.
As the hostess, we've had to board our dogs when people came to visit us because they were allergic to dogs and
Yes.
did not enjoy being around them.
And I find too, it just seems like people just assume that their dog can come with. And I'm telling you, even any destination you're going to right now, don't assume that you're going to have room at a boarding facility.
Yeah.
Up north, anywhere during the holiday season, they're full.
Uh-huh.
We're full. I mean, we've
How
got room for a
soon-
couple more dogs at our place, but this week it's going to fill up fast.
So if we are considering boarding, of course, is an option. How soon would we need to make these plans?
They should be made already.
Okay.
Yeah, and I always have room for one more. I make room for one more. That's just the way we are.
Yeah.
But it's very surprising how many people don't plan ahead and
Yes.
they're like, I don't know what to do with my dog, and I feel
Yes.
sorry for them.
Well, and this is certainly, the beginning of holiday travel, and there will be more, so there is time to plan ahead. Thanks, Mark. Great information. For more information about all of your pet needs, including holiday daycare and boarding, you can find Canine Korral on their website, caninekorralsrq.com. Coming up next, how a local group is helping local minority students prepare for college.